What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Gaming Channel. I am AJ Gels. Guys, I am back with another week of my weekly show. Last week, we broke a little bit from our usual format. I wasn't feeling great. So I decided to talk about probably the biggest news of that week, which was the PS4 Pro and PS4 Slim announcement. Since then, I've done a lot of research into it. I've seen the press conference about 4 or 5 more times. I've watched Kind of Funny's response to it, or kind of post-show of that. I'd suggest go check that out. They did it on their last week's episode of PS I Love You XOXO. I had to do a lot of this research. I was writing an article for it on my school's paper, and I'm going to change what I said last week about it. Last week I was saying, yeah, okay, it sounded like a really cool thing, but now I'm sitting here going, I mean, if you don't have a 4K TV, why? I mean, the only thing that this does now is give, but now because every other PS4 can do HDR, why? I mean, you can also get a 1S, I know, for about $100 cheaper. I mean, if you get the 2TB Xbox One S, I know it's a little more expensive. And granted, it's not as powerful as the Pro, but it still gives you the 4K, the HDR. It doesn't do 4K. I keep reading different articles. Some are saying it does 4K, some are saying it does 4K, just upscaling, so I don't know. It's a lot of technical stuff. If you've seen me, I like games more than I like the tech behind it. So go do some research on your own. But I'm now, after really looking into it and delving into it, yeah, I'm very unimpressed with the PS4 Pro. I think the Slim looks really cool, though. But this week, I'm kind of back to my usual format. I really don't have a lot for you this week. Obviously, with it being TGS, that started, I think, a few days ago. A lot of the news that has come out that, early in the week before one of these big trade shows, there's not a lot of news. And then at the trade, especially TGS, there's a lot of stuff that's just not coming west. That I'm sorry to anybody if you are in the Japanese market, or over there in that market and watch this show. Why are you watching this show? First off, I know most of my audience is centered here in the US, for maybe the 10 people who watch this. So I'm probably not gonna be, so really I just don't have a whole hell of a lot of news for you this week, although I do have 2 interesting things that I saw out of TGS. I saw 2 conferences, or 2 talks, that I am going to talk about, and I might have more next week, as a lot of the news from TGS gets kind of deciphered into English. So first, the 2 games that came out of TGS that I want to talk about. One is Metal Gear Survive, and the other is Death Stranding. Now, I saw maybe about a 5-minute talk on Death Stranding by Hideo Kojima. That one was translated, as it was going. I'm interested in this game. I mean, it looks cool. I like the idea that Stranding is more based on, like, the strands of fate and connections that we draw between things. He also talked about, like, how it's when whales and dolphins get stranded onto the beach. I'd have to watch it again. You can probably find it on IGN. That's where I found it. If I can find the video, I might retweet it again later today. And again, it's it was coming up to about noon, and I had to get the show recorded, so I could get it up around noon. So I'm sorry I didn't get to watch it again, but we got a lot of details from him. Again, it's Kojima, so we got details, but we didn't get hard details. That guy's still a nut. But I am very interested in this game. It's something to keep your eyes on. Also, real quick, before I go on to the next story, I am currently uploading a video that I'm uploading something right now as I'm recording this, so I will put this up as soon as that video is done recording. So this might be a little afternoon. I'm sorry. Again, I started that video a while ago. I thought it should have been up by now. All right, and now, like I said, the other game that I saw some gameplay, I saw about 50 minutes of gameplay on IGN for Metal Gear Survive. Now, everything that I'm going to say here is from what I saw and all speculation, because the voiceover, the person talking about the game, was in Japanese with no subtitles or translator, and all the talk inside the game was in Japanese. So I don't know 100% what this game is. It kind of looks like if Metal Gear Solid 5 and Resident Evil had a baby, because it literally looked like like Metal Gear Solid 5 with zombies. I'm not sure if it's the same location, if it's literally like the Phantom Pain, because part of it looked like it was from the Afghanistan part of the Phantom Pain, but I'm not. I can't give you a definitive answer on that. I need to read more on this game and wait for more details to come out. I don't even know when the hell this game's coming out. But again, I think it's another game to keep your eyes on. I think a lot of people are unhappy with it, and I'm kind of like, this little thing kind of intrigued me. It kind of looked like it had the big open world. It looked, I think, 4-player cooperative multiplayer. Basically, it showed, these 4 people, they invaded this little compound with all these zombies around it. They turned on some device, and they had to basically fight off a horde. There's crafting, we're seeing bow and arrows, and some interesting gameplay here. But, like I said, I'm not sure how much of what I saw is what was said, so we'll have to see where that game goes in the future. So, there we go. Now into a little bit of tech news. We have 3 new Xbox One S bundles that have been announced kind of in conjunction with Battlefield 1. We have a 299 500GB white Xbox One S, which comes with the typical white controller. That comes with a game download, and this is also comes with a physical copy if you order this from GameStop. And 1 month of EA access. This is available in the US, Canada, and New Zealand on October 21st, and Europe October 13th. Why it's 8 days? Why it's October 13th in Europe? I'm not 100% sure, because I know the early enlisters pack lets you play the game about a week early. So again, and also I think these dates are when you can pick up this bundle, not because I think you can pre-order it now. But you pick it up the 21st in, like I said, U.S., Canada, and New Zealand, and in Europe on the 13th. In all of these, this is, like I said, that's kind of my assumption, that you can pre-order them now, and that's the pickup date. I'm not sure. The article was a little ambiguous with it. There's also another $299 version that you can pick up. It is Storm Gray with matching controller, only in the U.S., available for pickup, it looks like November 1st, and you can only pre-order this at the Microsoft Store and Walmart. So, and now the final bundle, which is the $349 bundle, and all these prices I'm giving are U.S. currency, is available in the U.S., Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and Europe. It is a 1 terabyte military green Xbox One S Battlefield Special Edition bundle. That's a mouthful. It basically comes with a download for Battlefield 1 Early Enlisters, the Early Enlisters Deluxe Edition. There we go. The Hellfighter Pack, Red Baron Pack, Lawrence of Arabia Pack, new visual appearance of the Behemoths, 5 battle packs, and 1 month EA access. That is how the article described all the stuff that comes with it. That article is by Matt Porter of IGN. Honestly, tell me any of you out there, who of you like these special consoles? Me, I don't like them. I think they look cool at first, but I prefer like the sleek, either like the white Xbox One S or the black PS4. Although I will say I do like the slim and the Pro with the the rounded corners and the more dulled, not shiny, but it's kind of the dull coloring. I think they look cool. But yeah, I just like the solid monotone color, not the fancy with all the skins, and I don't know, maybe I'm weird. But I guess speaking of PlayStation 4s, the Final Fantasy 15 Lunar Edition PS4 Slim is coming to the West. This was announced at TGS, but we have confirmation in an article by Lucy O'Brien that this is coming to the West. It will be a 1 terabyte unit. with a custom controller, kind of matching. It's basically got a big moon on it with Final Fantasy 15 or FF15 on it. A copy of the game's deluxe edition. It is available as a U.S. GameStop exclusive, $449 U.S. and EB Games in Canada for $549 Canadian. Like I said, article by Lucy O'Brien of GN. We also have news on the new Shovel Knight expansion. And we also have its release window. Spring of 2017, you can get Spectre of Torment, and as it was with the previous expansion, and I believe King Knight, the expansion after this one, it is free. So, or free for download. I think you have to purchase Shovel Knight though. Article by Wesley Copeland of IGN. Now to an article by Eddie McCooch of GameSpot. This really makes me sad as a large fan of this franchise, and everybody would go, why? These were the best games of the franchise. Assassin's Creed The Ezio Collection has been officially announced for PS4 and Xbox One. Now so many people are going, well, why would that be bad? And I'm like, because honestly, I thought Ezio, I liked him in 2. Brotherhood was good. Revelations was complete trash. You ask me, worst game in the franchise. What? No, worst game in the franchise. I thought story-wise it was boring. Gameplay it was boring. I didn't like the location. The story was annoying. At least Unity had a good story. People argue with me on that. I thought the story, I liked Arnaud, I liked Elise, I liked the, kind of like the Romeo and Juliet battling sides thing. I liked it. That gameplay was complete garbage. I will give you that. Though it did set up Syndicate very well, just like how 3 with really set up 4 very well. Yeah. Jesus. I don't know. I mean, if I would have... I said this in an Assassin's Creed video. I really want them to do a remaster of the original AC game. Maybe, touch up the mechanics. Maybe put it with the new running system. Sorry, I have a gnat flying. Like, my apartment's out by the woods, so I have bugs flying into my... Like, little gnats flying into my apartment all the time. It's really annoying. I really want them to redo the original AC. Update it maybe with the new mechanics, a sharper look, keep the story. Maybe, I don't really think they need to change the gameplay because, I mean, it was very simplistic. If you check out my Let's Play of it, it is kind of weird. If you didn't know, every Thursday I'm kind of going back and playing an old game for my 360 collection. For the past couple weeks I've been playing Assassin's Creed. I plan on ending it... finish playing it this Thursday, but probably it will be this upcoming Thursday, and the Thursday after that will probably be when I finish uploading. So that would be the last Thursday of the month is when I finish uploading it, and then the following Thursday after that, I plan on starting AC2. Little look, and I thought it had something to do with the story. But this collection will come with all 3 games. Unspecified single-player DLC, don't know what that means. Thank you, article, for being specific. No multiplayer support. Thank God, I've been saying it for the longest time. Don't do multiplayer in AC. Just let the games stand as a single-player title. I know some people like them. Unity's cooperative, I heard, was garbage. It's just don't do it. Just don't do it. Please, Ubisoft, don't force that on us. Just make a good single-player game. It will also feature the short films Assassin's Creed Embers and Lineage. Both of those are about Ezio. Embers, I don't know what Lineage is about, but I know Embers, even though I've not seen it, is about Ezio in his later years. Introduces Xiao Jun into the Chinese assassin, into kind of the mythos, or maybe did that? I'm not sure if she appeared in the comics. Oh well. But yeah, that's everything this collection entails. Oddly enough, this collection also entails a free ticket to the Assassin's Creed movie in December. Frankly, if you already have the 360 games, just spend money to buy a ticket. That doesn't sweeten the deal. The article also said it was up to $8, so I'm assuming that's if your ticket would cost more than $8, it's not free. But no, like I said, the article is by Eddie Makuch, or Makuch, Makuch. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Sorry. No, I don't know. I just don't want this remaster to happen. I mean, I get why it's being done. I mean, I'm sure I might go rent it just to go check it out and see if it's any good. And by when I say it bugs me, it's just really just... I don't know why everybody loved Ezio so much. I mean, I thought Edward was more interesting. I liked Connor better. I'm like, I thought his character was interesting. They just wrote a shit story around him. I thought that game was more of a diamond in the rough. I think it had a lot of bright, shining moments that was surrounded by a lot of kind of crap that I think a lot of people didn't see. So again, I'm usually in the minority when it comes to games. I have weird tastes. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying 3 was great. I'm just saying I don't think it was as bad as people say it is. And I think Revelations is better than people say it is, because I thought Revolution was hot trash. There's very little redeeming about that game, and I am on the team that says the hook blade was fucking stupid. Anybody disagrees with me, you're wrong. I'm gonna get hit up. The only comments I'm gonna get in this video now are the hook blade was awesome. The hook blade sucked. All right, I'm sorry. I could sit here and rant about this for a long time. All right, we have the top 10 game sales for the month of August. I'm going to read them. This is in ascending order, starting 10, going up to 1. Destiny: The Taken King, Minecraft, Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Why is this in the top 10? Don't buy these games. Stop buying Lego games. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, GTA 5, and holy hell, that game is still in the top 5. Damn. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, No Man's Sky, and leading off, as usual in a month that a sports game releases, Madden NFL 17. Article by Seth G. Macy of IGN, and it's also probably important to note that Minecraft, Overwatch, and No Man's Sky did not have digital sales counted. This was all retail. I saw the headline for an article. I didn't read it. I didn't have time when I first saw it, and I couldn't find it again. Saying that the player base for No Man's Sky had dropped dramatically over the last few months, or over about like the last month, since launch. That's what it said. I'm not surprised. I think that game technically it's a cool idea. It's just there's so little to keep you there that I think it's only really cool to a small niche group, and not a lot of mainstream gamers. So I don't know. After playing Overwatch for the free weekend, that game's actually really cool. It seems kind of like it mixes a first person shooter and a MOBA. I mean, if you're into competitive first person shooters, it's definitely a game I'd say go check it out. Not for me, but I would definitely suggest checking it out. Like I said, article by Seth G. Macy by IGN. Moving along. Apparently, and this is the only thing I'm going to read from this article because it made me sad. Again, this week is just making me sad. Remedy is now going to start making cooperative multiplayer games. I'll let that sink in for a little bit, and if anybody knows how much I love Remedy, now I'm sad. Article by Nicole Carpenter of IGN. I'm not sure. I'd have to wait to see him come out. I mean, I liked Quantum Break. Game had its issues. I agree with the people who said that game could have used more Alan Wake than it actually had. But I still really loved Quantum Break. And again, everybody knows, if you listen to me, Alan Wake's probably my top 10 of all time. Just for the love of God, Remedy, make Alan Wake 2. Do it. We all want it. Stop saying we have unannounced games and everybody's like, and then stop coming out later and saying, no, it's not Alan Wake 2, and then we all have to throw a fit and cry. I believe when we found out that it wasn't, I did a video and I might have actually cried a little on it. So, now time to make all of you guys out there sad and cry a little bit. Time to talk game delays. I have 3 for you this week. I'm not going to read the actual article. I'm just kind of going to go down the list real quick. All right, we have a long-ass title, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 -- Final Chapter Prologue. People wonder why I stopped playing Kingdom Hearts after 2. Exhibit A. We had to make the title start getting confusing. I have no idea where we are in the timeline. I have zero interest. Game has been delayed to January 12th in Japan and January 28th here in the West. Time for one that makes me a little sad because I was super looking forward to this game. We have South Park: The Fractured But Whole has been delayed from December to first quarter 2017. But don't worry, your pretty little heads. There is another game that you guys will get to play in December. The Last Guardian has once again been delayed to December 6th in the US and December 7th in Europe. Oh, and December 9th in the UK and Ireland. So, I don't know why people were excited for The Last Guardian, personally. I thought the game... I don't know. I thought the game was... It looks cool. I'm not a fan of games like Eco or Shadow of the Colossus. I know so many people loved Shadow of the Colossus. I was not one of them. It was kind of my problem with Dark Souls. It's just like there's no narrative. There's a narrative, but it's just it's so obtuse and it's so hard to follow. It's just it doesn't interest me. Because I like to be taken on an adventure and a story, and not the adventure as in, here's this middle area, run to a boss fight, get sent back to the middle area, go to another boss fight, come back to the middle area, and there's no combat in between, action, or really even dialogue. Granted, Dark Souls isn't like that. Dark Souls, I just don't like banging. I don't mind playing a tough game. Near the very end, Recore is getting pretty tough. I would definitely suggest that game. I'm getting near the end of it. Really good. Or kind of an old school type game. I'm sorry, off track there. But no, I've tried Dark Souls, and it's just that's just ramming my head against a wall that I don't like, and I just don't enjoy. I know so many people do. Again, more power to you. I'm glad that you like the game. I'm not one of those people. To the final story I got this week, like I said, not really a lot of news this week. And this is kind of a puff piece. This is kind of just something that makes me feel good, just kind of feel good at the end. And anybody out there watching, if you are from Poland, please send me this. I got this from an article by Matt Porter of IGN, and this is apparently officially happening. Geralt the Witcher, Geralt of Rivia, is getting put on Polish stamps. Yeah. Anybody, like I said, anybody out there watching from Poland, anybody know somebody in Poland, or if anybody can get me one, send me this stamp. You can find me, like I said, Twitter, my website are in the description. You find my website in the description. Hit me up in the comments. Get a hold of me. Send me this stamp. Alright, there we go. Now that I'm done begging for stamps. Never something I thought I'd say. Guys, thank you for watching. Like I said, I know this week was a little short. Next week, I probably will have more news for you, especially with TGX wrapping up. You know, everybody's writing their summary articles, actually probably translating a lot of news for me. So next week we'll probably really hit strong with a lot of news. So thank you for watching, everybody. As always, Facebook, Twitter, and my website in the description. Like, comment, and subscribe. Come back next week. Check out the Let's Plays on the channel. So until then, guys, I am AJ Gels. This is the Umthar Gaming Channel. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you come back next week. Hope you enjoyed the content on the channel. I'm out.